I'm walking towards Piazza della Repubblica. I'm going to see if one of my artisan friends is open. Hopefully he is. And we can see how Simone is going. If he's working inside his little workshop, making his exquisite leather boxes, we'll have to go see. So what's the difference?
This one there is the mold. After I cut the rawhide, I put around, and the wet and the dry, I tie with the rubber bands. I shave, I reduce the thickness, the two final of the strip, because it's much better, attach much better. I stop only here and not attaching inside the rawhide with the mold. After I apply double layer for the bottom, one on the top, always wet and dry, and after I tie with the rubber bands. When it is dry, it takes the shape. I must fix with the two nails because it's much better, because must be in the first pieces of the leather must be independent from the wood form, because otherwise if I attach the molding inside, after I can remove it, the mold. And after I cover it with a calf skin, but the calf skin if I use is this one. The calf skin is this one, around, I shave, I reduce the thickness. Here you have the joint, the connection. I shave, I reduce the connection. I reduce the thickness of the leather, and this one you can do, must be connection better, and I attach with the glue. Along the perimeter, I shave, I reduce the thickness to adhere much better. I attach, I wash, I color, and I varnish, because the leather on the outside is this one. The calf skin is this one. This was the rawhide. It's much more
How many
harder.
days does it typically take to make a box, one of these ones?
This one is a classical medium size. We are around 22, 23 days. Because there are, I repeat all the time, wet and dry.
Yeah.
I have many that time between step to step. To burnish, because you imagine when I color this one, I compound the color, it becomes pastel color, not shiny. When the color it dries, because I compound the color with the lanolin dye powder together the water. You imagine the small powder here they mix together. After with the nylon stocking and rubber gloves, I color, becomes pastel color, no shiny. When this was dry, I take this one, the burnisher, I put it in the electric plate, becomes hot, and after I burnish to make this shiny. This one to make the patina. To make this steady, this reflects, this marbleized effect, I take, after the burnishing, the first patina, I take the block of perfume here, paraffin wax. When this was hot, I touch and I make the variation, the color, and I make the variation of the color to make the contrast color from lighter, darker. When I finish, you have the paraffin wax in excess. You have here the hinge, even the hinge is a calf skin. I mark around for the three sides the line with this one. This is particularly in the it's very nice instrument. It doesn't exist anymore. I think to make this one for me is a masterpiece of the engineering.
Who made that?
You take the sides.
Who made that, Simone?
Who knows? Maybe at that time, ordered my grandfather some carpenter very smart, because to make this one is not easy. You take the sides. You mark around the sides the line here, and with a special knife you cut around for the three sides. You open and you take it out to the wood forming inside, and you have the leather box. After you must finish it inside and outside. You clean up the box, because here I use all the glue to attach together. Here it is, you have the impurity of the glue inside. You clean up. And after you use two different wax, you polish, wax, polish, black line here. I use the brush here, the black on the border. after the finishing an outside with a special wax, in particular kiwi is very, very simple. With the woolen cloth about like this one, just a little kiwi I prepare, I encourage with this one, the border, when this was a hot with the wax, a special wax around. Final polish, but otherwise, if you don't prepare with all steps of the working, you don't have the final product in the best way.
Yeah.
Here it is. With a special wax, I can show you, but I can say what I hit. What is this?
It's a secret formula.
The secret about like this one.
The secret formula.
The secret formula. Can you imagine? This one, you put it here about like this one. Tack. And after you polish in this way. Before you do, now this was just ready, but you polish for a lot of time, you prepare. When you finish the polish, the last final polish to finishing, to refine this one.
The buffer.
Yeah, buffer.
And how many days does the larger box take you to do, Simone?
This one?
Yeah.
We're around around 1 month.
Right.
Because, for example, for the box about the so large, we're around 35 days. Mantenere gli stessi,
No,
perché
questo
dopo se le devo
veramente
ritrovare.
è una roba bellissima. Come vedi questa lunghezza?